pleased to have seen you.
A moment, Mr. Worthing, £130,000. Miss Carty seems to be a very attractive young lady now that I look at her. Kindly come over here, dear. Turn around. Just as I suspected, there are distinct social possibilities in Miss Carty's profile.
Cecily's the sweetest, dearest, prettiest girl in the whole world. And I don't care twopence about the social possibilities.
Never speak disrespectfully of society, Algernon. Only those who can get into it do that. Well, I suppose that I must give my consent.
Thank you, Auntie Esther.
Thank you, Lady Bracknell. The marriage, I think, had better take place quite soon. I'm not in favor of long engagements.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Lady Bracknell, but this engagement is quite out of the question. Miss Carty is my ward. She cannot marry without my consent until she comes of age, and she does not come of age until she's 35.
That seems to me a grave objection. 35 is a very attractive age.
Yes, but I couldn't wait all that long. I can hardly wait 5 minutes for anybody. I am not punctual myself, I know, but I do like punctuality in others.
Mr. Worthing, as Miss Cardew states that she simply cannot wait until she is 35, I would beg of you to reconsider.
But, Lady Bracknell, the matter is entirely in your own hands. The moment you consent to my marriage with Gwendolyn, I must gladly allow your nephew to form an alliance with my ward.
You must clearly understand, Mr. Worthing, that what you propose is out of the question.
Everything is quite ready for the christenings.
The christening, sir? That's somewhat premature.
Most of the gentlemen have expressed a desire for immediate baptism.
At their age, the idea is grotesque and irreligious, Algernon. I forbid you from being baptized. I will not hear of such excesses.
Am I to understand that there are no christenings at all this afternoon?
I don't think that, as things are now, it would be much practical value to either of us, Dr. Charlesbourne.
I'm grieved to hear such sentiments from you, Mr. Worthing. I will return to the church at once. Miss Prism has been waiting for me there in the vestry.
Miss Prism? Is this Miss Prism a female of repellent nature remotely connected with education?
She is the most cultivated of ladies, and a very picture of respectability.
She's obviously the same person. What position does she hold in your household?
I am celibate, madam.
Miss Carty has been for the last, Miss Prism has been for the last 3 years. Miss Carty's esteemed governess and valued companion.
I must see her at once. Let her be sent for.
She approaches.
I was told you expected me in the vestry, dear Cannon. I've been waiting for you there.
Prism? Come here, Prism. Prism, where is that baby? 28 years ago, Prism, you left Lord Bracknell's house in charge of a perambulator that contained a baby of the male sex. You never returned. A few weeks later, the perambulator was discovered in a remote corner of Bayswater, containing a novel of more than usually revolting sentimentality. But the baby was not there. Prism, where is that baby?
Lady Bracknell, I admit with shame that I do not know. I only wish I did. On the morning of the day you mentioned, I prepared as usual to take the baby out in its perambulator. I had with me a somewhat old but capacious handbag in which I had intended to place the manuscript of a work of fiction I had written during my few unoccupied hours. In a moment of mental abstraction, for which I can never forgive myself, I deposited the manuscript in the bassinet and placed the handbag with the baby.
But when did you deposit the handbag?
Do not ask me, Mr. Worthing.
Miss Prism, this is of no small importance to me. I insist on knowing where you deposited the handbag that contained that infant.
I left it in the cloakroom of one of the larger railway stations in London.
Which railway station?
Victoria, the Brighton line.
I must retire to my room for a moment.
The suspense is terrible. I do hope it will last.
Is this the handbag, Miss Prism?
Oh. Yes, the bag is undoubtedly mine. I'm delighted to have it so unexpectedly restored to me. It's been a great inconvenience to me being without it all these years.
More is the stewardship of this handbag. I am the baby you placed in it.
You?
Yes, Mother!
Mr. Worthing, I am unmarried!
Don't deny this is a serious blow, but... Mother, I forgive you!
Mr. Worthing! Error! There is the lady who can tell you who you really are.
Lady Bracknell, it's some inquisitive, but will you kindly inform me of who I am?
News I have to give you will not altogether please you. You are the son of my poor sister, Miss Moncrief, and consequently, Algernon's elder brother.
I always knew I had a brother. Oh, you young scoundrel, you must treat me with more respect in the future.
My own, but what own are you? What is your Christian name now that you're somebody else?
Oh, Lady Bracknell, what name was given to me?
Being the eldest, you were naturally christened after your father.
Yes, but what was my father's Christian name?
The general was called Earnest. I knew there was some reason I had a particular disliking for that name.
Cicely at last.
Letitia, Frederick at last.